champ is here.
Yeah, was this the kind of fight you expected, and how was Ray's performance overall?
It was definitely the kind of fight I expected. I knew I was fighting a tough competitor. You know, he had everything to gain and nothing to lose. He brought his physical best. We knew he was going to be strong, but I felt like my hand speed, my ring generalship, you know, my boxing intellect will ultimately overcome this fight. That's exactly what happened. I kept the jab in his face. He couldn't get past it. On the back half of the fight, I told myself I was going to lock my hands up and start walking forward and pressing the action and dictating the action. That's exactly what we did.
Where would you kind of rank him in your career? You fought a lot of great fighters. Where would you rank him?
I mean, he was definitely one of the better fighters that I competed against. I feel like he would give any of the guys in the upper echelon a run for their money. He was definitely good, just like a JoJo Diaz. I take my help with JoJo Diaz. I think if he was to stay focused, once again, he would become a world champion just like JoJo Diaz did.
120 tonight, the last time we're going to see you at 126?
Hell yeah, unless Leo going to come and see me at 126. You know, but other than that, I meet him at 130. I mean, I don't plan on moving to 130. You know, I wanted to jump straight up to 135. I wanted to put myself in the weight division with Javante Tank Davis. I want to be my Vasily Lomachenko. I don't want to do it for the fans. I don't want to do it for the media. I want to do it for myself. I got too much integrity to just let something like that go. I got to get back.
So really you want to jump up to 135 because of the competition? Or is competition at 130?
I mean, I don't feel like it's nobody in the weight division that I wanted to compete against. The only reason why I was going to go up to 130 was because Tevin Farmer was one of the fighters that mentioned my name. I'm a real fighter. I'm a real champion. You know, so I'll answer the call to anybody. I got too much integrity. Once again, I got too much testosterone in me to let something like that go to waste. You know, if I'm 126 pounds. I don't care if somebody was 150. If they said they wanted to fight me, we can make the fight happen. You know, so once Tevin Farmer stated that if he beat JoJo Diaz, he'll fight me, that was the only reason why I was planning on moving up to 130.
I think the big question is, are we going to see you again this year, or do we have to wait till next year?
I mean, we got to see if we can get one of these guys to get in the ring and compete against me. The only reason why you've been seeing me compete once a year is because, once again, I've been competing against all mandatory challengers. These guys with everything to gain and nothing to lose. And none of the champions was willing to come and fight me. I have the most prestigious title in the sport of boxing, the WBC. Why is it that none of the other champions want to get it? Why is that I'm only competing against the mandatory challengers? That's the issue.
How do you think it'll be when you fight at 135 for the first time, skipping another weight class?
I don't think it'll be challenging at all. You know, I actually welcome it. You know, I think the fact that I'll be moving up to 135, a lot of these guys will feel as though they will have somewhat of an unfair advantage. And at that point, they'll be willing to take the fights because no one's willing to fight me right now.
You think Lomachenko would fight you again?
It's possible. I hope you do. I hope you do.
Hey Gary, I talked to Javante Tank Davis, trainer. He said the reason that they didn't want to fight you is because you couldn't sell. What is it going to take for you to get him in the ring?
For him to grow some necks. For his team to grow some kahunas. Stop acting like a sucker. The sport of boxing is getting weak. A lot of the fighters are getting weak. Like I said, I'll answer the call to anybody. If somebody say they want to fight me, I'm a man at the end of the day. We're going to fight. I don't care if you're 200 pounds. If you say you want to fight me, you better put your hands up because we're going to rumble. That's just the type of individual that I am. I feel as though as a fighter, that's the type of attitude and mindset that you're supposed to have as a fighter. What type of stuff is that to say, well, I don't want to fight him because it don't sell? You sound like a sucker. You sound like a sucker. You mean to tell me because I'm telling you I want to fight you, you picking and choosing who you want to fight? Come on, man. I ain't trying to do that. That's really what's going on.
Gary, wouldn't that fight sell pretty well?
Hell yeah, to sell. We don't even have to put no titles on the line. We can do a charity event and everybody will come to that fight. So, I mean, what he's talking about don't even make sense. You know, the fight is sale. We can fight in D.C. Everybody and their mother and their grandmother will come to that fight. You know what I'm saying? So let's make the fights happen. Do I see who? Do I see Tank? Well, I'm not going to say he's a great fighter. I do take my hat off to him because I watched him come up in the amateurs. I'm glad that he had an opportunity to provide a sense of financial stability for his family and friends and all. But he definitely don't have the skill set that it takes to mess with me. That's the reason why he's choosing and Will's his team and Floyd and everybody else is choosing to keep him away from me. They handpick who they want to fight. I don't handpick who I fight. I fight whoever says they want to fight me. Let's make the fight happen.
Now, you're the WBC champ. Devin Haney held the WBC at lightweight. Is that a fight that? What about that fight?
Of course. You know, I move up to 135. Like I said, I'm planning on moving up to 135. If I go to 35, I don't want no tune-up fights. I need somebody that's gonna give me a fight. You know, as of now, I'm definitely planning on relinquishing my title. I no longer want to be the WBC champion right now at 126. I'm planning on moving up in weight. If I don't get a signed contract within a certain time frame that Leo Santa Cruz is telling me he want to fight, then I vacate my title and I'm moving up in weight.
What's that time frame?
Man, that's a good question. That's definitely a good question. They got about a good month or so. They got about a good month or so. I need something in writing stating that, you know, we can at least start putting things in motion with that. If we don't get something within the next month or so, I plan on moving up in weight.
Now you've been a champ at the WBC for so long. Is it a possibility that if you move up, that you can get the mandatory spot for the WBC at 135?
It's very possible. You know, I don't know. We got to talk to Mauricio and see what they think. You know, see what they say, you know.
Is that something you want?
Of course, that's something I want. Definitely, I want to line myself up, you know, to compete against these elite guys in that weight division.